uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? The low kick connects. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Trips him up. Player 1 chases them down. Alright. Throws them. What's next? Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Slips the grab. Can't tech the throw? Neither of them willing to back off here. Heading into the KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jump. Throws him. What's next? Good work staying in throw range there. Risky up-close scrap still going. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Gets a risky buff in. Buffs up. Jumps in. What'll happen here? This is gonna hurt. Can they create an opportunity? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Solid anti-air. Flatline zone. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Shows a medium kick. That overhead was a bit obvious. Gets a chance with that jump in. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Gets the jump in. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Player 1 chases them down. Blocks the low heavy. Takes a trip. Dashes forward. Jumps in. Grabs him. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juice. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? A brave forward jump there to start. Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Going in? Saw that coming. The throw connects and does big damage. Full SA meters on deck for both. They're going for the super art. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Drive gauge on deck. Are they gonna cut? Finds an opening with a jump. Player 2 just posterized their opponent.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The low doesn't connect. The low heavy hits. Picks up some damage with a long-reaching attack. Lots of aggression from both sides. Starts with a jump in. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Grabs him. Takes a trip. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. With this super art connect. Knockdown. Brushes off the impact. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Breaks those shins. Barely KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Big, low, reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Knockdown and the low heavy is denied. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? Are we going to see a comeback here? And eats it. What'll be the plan? How did they anticipate that jump in? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Starts this and leads to some big damage. The low sets up with the jump in. Sticks out a kick. Plenty of health. The low kick hits. Smart stuff, hoping at that range to zone the opponent. Player 2 with the rhythm. Solid anti-air. Low heavy. Any throw will whiff at that range. A jump knocked him out of the air. Jumps. Oh, the throw connects. Holy. Still can't hit that with confidence. Low heavy. What will be the follow-up here? Oh, burns out. Blocks the low kick. Player 2 throws. Both sides getting ready. Time to make them famous. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of their goddamn mind there. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1. Fight.
Open, this is gonna hurt. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. They trade hits. Checks with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump from it. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Was looking takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Stops the attack by using the drive pair. Hits him with a stop and bomb. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 can't use any more. Burnout activates. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. Bill wants to keep the ball rolling. Are we going to see some fireworks? And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Now, can they finish the job? Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it?
Pay attention.
There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Took him to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2, burnout activates. A quick breather. Drive attack misses. Connects with the throw. This may turn into there's a drive impact. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. That's it on the fireball. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Open with a throws him. Who will come out on top in this final round? Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Blocks the low kick. What now? The parry. Nothing stops this train. Right overhead. Low heavy. This is finds the target. Here comes a big combo. The brain on this fighter to fish for the counter in that situation. The drive impact. Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sets up with the jump in. Jumps? This is gonna hurt. Big throws. Player hits him with a stop and bomb. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. What are they thinking here? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning string. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Taking stock. Throws him. What's next? One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. They can't squander this punish counter chance. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point to execute impact finish. It was more than enough. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Throws a fireball. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Jumps in. Still slugging it out at this range. Bumps up. Player goes to the air. KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Start sets up with the jump in. The last round. It's now or never. Burnout activates. Player 2. Oh, snipe. Close range projectile. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. The drive impact doesn't work. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Okay, here we go. Plenty of health. This is gonna hurt. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Player 2 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. What a reaction to go air to air. Shows a medium kick. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Gets the knockdown and now uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Long low attack hit. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. All right, what's coming up next? Was looking for that jump attack. Life lead opens up. Nails the anti-air. They were right to be on guard there. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Gets them with the anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. Super clutch corners, there's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding on to that corner and throws them. Knockdown and knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Wrecks them. Player 1, low heavy. Connects with the throw. Player 2, with the rhythm, owning that space, uses their flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for the jump in. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Blocks the low heavy. Lots of aggression from both sides. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Parries the attack. Knockdown. Player 1 adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. All right, what's coming? Hold your breath. Player 2 is maintaining the gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Denies the low heavy. Early rush springs forward with the drive rush. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Drive rush to keep it going. Closes the distance. Grabs and throws them away. Blocks it. A quick breather. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Both fighters planning something, experiencing burnout. Player 2, the low block. Off knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Wrecks them. Now they can use drive. Shows some disrespect with that invincible special. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The jump in catches him. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Grabs him, closes the gap for the grab. Deftly shuts out the jump in. What are they thinking here? Good anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Saw that low heavy coming. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Blocks it just in time. They must perfect parry to stop it. Time to go on the offensive. All right, what's coming up next? The jump in catches them, picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Fires off a Shifu Hadouken. Player 1 might have just shifted this round into high gear. Risky up-close scrap still going. Both fighters planning something? This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. Going in, but connects with the throw. In there! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The low doesn't connect. Checks him with a projectile. You're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The low heavy hit. Low heavy trips him up. Blocks the low heavy. Neither of them willing to back off here. Shoots off a fireball up close. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Gets the jump in. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Big low reaching heavy. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Overdrive Hadouken. The attack is parried. Going in. Oh, yes! Drive impact for the win. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Who's going to start things off? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're still feeling each other out. Does a good job of pushing back. Takes a trip. Super clutch corner. Gets out of the corner. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Sneaks in above. Throw missed. Big throws. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Punish counter sets the table. What's next? Tries to act quickly but with the attack. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Got an excellent block. This is a knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Gets it on the fireball. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starts things off with an anticipated that throw. Low heavy, but no go. Medium kick. Reads the jump in perfectly. Throws him. What now? Taking chunk. The low block. Low heavy. Both adds a bit of OD spice to it. Blocks the low kick. Solid anti-air. Amaze bakes out the low kick. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. Nothing stops this train. Ooh, you nepped that. Back row was huge. Low heavy, but no go. What's this Shifu Hado gonna do? Dangerous Rick crowns him from above. Drives impact misses. Impact squash. Sets up with the jump in. Ooh, crushes the shin. We just saw the heist of the century. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Opens with a... This is gonna hurt. Medium kick. Player 2 has the life advantage. Time to sit on the lead. somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Gets some. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. Gets the knockdown, and now uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. Looking for a chance. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Shows a medium kick. What'll happen here? Do they have enough drive gauge? Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. So, what's next? Backs away. It's not about that BFF life right now. Checks with a medium. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. This can lead to some big damage. Can they create an opportunity for themselves? Punish counter sets the table. And a daring impact to wrap up the round. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Start things off with a jump in? This is it. Who's gonna the Low's block? Blocks it. Sticks out a kick. Ooh, you never know, and eats it. They're in range. This is gonna hurt. Drive parry. Low heavy, but no go. Parries. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Just trust that off. Here comes the corner pressure. What's next? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. A real test of nerves here. Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. Holy! Hits them with a drive impact. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Reads the jump in perfectly. Jump. Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. What are they thinking here? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Knockdown. Big counter. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. They break things off to take a quick breather. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Blocks the low heavy. Absorb the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Oh, experiencing burnout. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Whiffs the throw. Connects with medium kick. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Breaks those shins. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Still scrapping for control of the stage. Jumps up, goes for the jump in. Brushes that off and keeps going. Max test breaks it. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Knockdown and connects with the throw. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a block the low kick. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone.
Well fought!
Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Big low reaching heavy. Great work finding the opening. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 2 hits them the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Shinku Hadouken! Player 2 is working with a better game. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player experiencing burnout. The low heavies blocks the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drivers. What'll happen here? That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? The fighters return to the middle of the stage. And throw is denied. What a read! Barricade makes it on the fireball. Player 2 buried their opponent. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the jump in. Long low attack hits. Hits up some damage with a long reaching attack. Good anti-air. All right. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. All right, what's coming up next? Goes for the super art? The super art finds its mark. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The attack is parried. Takes a trip. At this range, many attacks can connect down to the wire. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Pokes with a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Still slugging it out at this range. Not close enough for the throw. What'll happen here? Slow heavy, but no go! Life lead is there. The throw is denied! Baits out the low kick! Jump in there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Still plenty of time left. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Out of range. Relatively safe. This unleashes some big damage. Player 2 with the whip sets up with the jump-in. Gets it to the low. Oh, he connects with the throw. The low kick hits. Still can't low heavy. Knew the throw was coming. What's next? Launch parry. Fades out the low kick. Player 2 is in a very good. Oh my God! This fighter's got the perfect read. Player 2 can't low heavy, but no go. Throws. I can't believe it. We just saw the heist of the century. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.